$30 credit or a Grim Reaper Freddy Funko Pop? That was an actual question that Droppp asked one of their customers. In case you missed it, people have been receiving the wrong NFT Funko Pops from Droppp. And this has actually happened a lot over the last year or so, where Droppp won't send you the right thing, but they'll offer you like a $30 credit.
Or if something gets heavily damaged and they can't replace it, they'll offer you a $30 credit. And recently I thought we were getting somewhere because it seems as if they have been replacing more often than they have not. If someone gets a damaged piece or if someone's gets lost in the mail. But now they're back and they're up to the same shenanigans.
It's trash!
So the most recent issue has been with the Halloween Series 2 set. People were receiving tracking information, but the tracking wasn't showing any movement for 2, 3, 4 weeks. When it becomes that long, people get a little bit worried, especially if the company has been known to cause shenanigans, and Droppp has been known to everything up.
With the Series 1 Halloween set, they were sending people a Grail Freddy Funko as Devil instead of the Mummy Soda. Meaning that the people who were supposed to get the Devil Grail didn't get the Devil Grail.
It is super messed up, and it's happening again. Also with the Halloween set. What is up with Droppp and Halloween?
I have no idea, but Series 2 is facing the same issue where people aren't getting their Invisible Man Freddy, they're getting the Reaper instead.
Which seems to be a much more sought after piece anyhow.
But if somebody had redeemed the entire set, they just want all of them, not two Reapers.
Yeah, which I guess somebody can argue, well, the Reaper is going for more money.
Well, as we said in the beginning of our video, Droppp was asking people in email, if you order the Grim Reaper, why don't you send it back to us? We don't have any more Invisible Freddys, but if you want to send that Reaper back, we'll give you a $30 credit. What a deal!
Okay, first I need to figure out what that Reaper Freddy is going for on Mercari. So far I'm seeing 200 as the lowest that is currently available.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so would you prefer $200 minus the fees, okay? We'll take away the fees. So $180 or $30 credit that you can't spend on anything you want. You can only spend it on digital.funko.com for one of their next drops and hope that you get a redeemable, and then hope that once you get the redeemable, they actually send you the redeemable.
Well, you're asking what their preference is. It was probably to get their Invisible Man Freddy.
True, but based off of Dropp's question, they're not offering that.
So where did all the Invisible Man Freddys go? The only answer that I would have is that the people who are receiving the Grim Reaper instead, there's somebody out there who needs a Grim Reaper and they're getting Invisible Man Freddys.
So I'm a part of a lot of Funko Facebook groups and I have not seen that scenario once. It's only people getting Reapers that were supposed to get Invisible Man.
Oh.
I have not seen it the opposite way around. Now, if there is somebody out there, I would love to know, but I have not seen that so far. And I've been looking out for it.
You have no information, you have no photos, no emails, no nothing.
Nope. I have an answer for you. I know where he's at.
What, the Invisible Man Freddys? Well, we have one around here somewhere.
No, the ones that are supposed to be sent out.
Well, ever since we got the Invisible Man Freddy, I can't find him.
He's invisible. No, but seriously, where the f*** is he?
There's a real big issue here. And if this is going to continue to happen to Funko/Droppp with their redeemables, then are we just going to finally say we're not buying them anymore? I mean,
I already did.
So we've denounced it. We've denounced Droppp and Funko.
Wait, we have?
Yeah, we denounced it together, did we not?
I did. I thought you were separate. So you're not buying any drops?
After stuff like this, I'm out.
I don't feel comfortable taking that risk. I don't feel comfortable spending my hard-earned money to maybe get a redeemable in a pack and then maybe receive it if I do get a redeemable in a pack. We personally have not been victimized by Droppp. There was one instance where something that we had ordered for a completely different person got lost in the mail. Droppp did redeem themselves. They sent us what we were supposed to get, and then we shipped it off to our friend.
It's because it's us, Heather. It's because we're Gastlecast.
I'm not even kidding. I think that they specifically did it because they somehow knew it was us, even though we didn't contact them on anything Gastlecast related. It was just our personal email address.
Yeah, it probably has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with the channel or anything, but...
It could. It could. I don't know.
But lost Funko Pops like this and them shipping the wrong items and then not being able to give you what you had originally ordered, like, that's a huge problem. And Funko and Droppp have to figure this out. There are too many issues going on here.
Yeah.
And I don't know why someone isn't trying to collectively fix this problem, also communicate this problem with the fan base, because something should come out. Well, something should come out so we all understand what's going on. $30 credit emails aren't fixing the problem. No. It's only worsening the problem. And now people are talking about lawsuits.
Wow.
Class action lawsuits.
And honestly, with the amount of people that have been personally f***ed over by all of these shenanigans, I think that they could actually do some major damage. I really honestly do.
People are spending way more for these Funko Pops on the secondary market through Atomic Hub. But now things are changing big time, because they might at one point said, well, it's a secondary market. We have no affiliation with the secondary market. Well, now Droppp and Funko have their own little market going on. Mm-hmm. So does that change things?
No, it doesn't change things. And let me tell you why. Because Funko is the same company that says, oh, sorry to see that your box got damaged, but unfortunately we can't replace it. That's not a part of the collectible. We're literally selling you the collectible. It just comes in a box, when they sell a protector.
Can we look up the legalese on all of this through Droppp and Funko?
I don't want to look.
I want to know if they give you any details about redemptions, and if they're lost, what happens when a loss happens, what happens when you're sent the wrong thing. There has to be some sort of language.
Terms of service drop.
Here we go.
This was updated August 30th of this year. In connection with your acquisition of a digital collectible, you may be offered the opportunity to acquire one or more products from one or more of our affiliated entities, those entities, affiliates, and those products, additional products. Unless otherwise expressly set forth in writing by one of our affiliates, all sales of additional products are final and non-refundable, and additional products may not be returned. However, if you receive a damaged additional product, unless one of our affiliates expressly sets forth otherwise in writing, your exclusive remedy is limited to one of A, replacement of the damaged additional product subject to availability. That's where they get you. Subject to availability of replacement additional products, which is not guaranteed. Or B, a corresponding credit for use on the platform. The remedy including whether to send a replacement additional product or issue you a credit, and the amount of any credit if issued is made in our affiliate's sole and absolute discretion. So Droppp are not the ones that are making the decision for the $30 credit. It is Funko. Funko is making the decision to give you a $30 credit to Dropp's website.
Holy balls. We just uncovered it.
Well, I mean, it's right here.
I mean, do you think anybody's actually reading it? No one's reading this.
Hold on, I'm not done. You may be subject to additional terms and conditions with respect to your acquisition of additional products, in which case you will comply with those terms and conditions. Okay, where can you find the additional terms and conditions?
At Funko.com.
You agree and understand that we will communicate with you via electronic means, meaning we don't have a telephone because we know what we're doing is and you're going to yell at us, so you will only communicate to us through email. Although, I can't really say that because there's a lot of really good companies that don't provide telephones. I'm like just over halfway through, and I just came to a disclaimers. In bold caps, okay? The rest of it is just regular writing, so this is serious business. Your use of our services is at your sole risk. Except as otherwise provided in a writing by us, our services, any content in our services, and all digital collectibles are provided as is and as available without warranties of any kind, either express or implied, including but not limited to implied warranties of merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, title, and non-infringement. In addition, Token Wave does not represent or warrant that our services are accurate, complete, reliable, current, or error-free. While Token Wave attempts to make your use of our services safe, we cannot and do not represent or warrant that our services or servers are free of viruses or other harmful components. You assume the entire risk as to the quality and performance of our services. Without limiting the foregoing, you assume the entire risk of engaging in peer-to-peer payments or other transactions
transactions with other users of our services, including and without limitation, fraud, theft, misrepresentation, or other misconduct of other users, that any products or services acquired from any other user, including without limitation, any digital collectibles or NFTs in peer-to-peer transactions may not be merchantable, fit for all, or any purposes authentic, or otherwise meet your expectations or any representations made by that user with respect to those products or services.
Basically, all this is saying is that they're not liable for anything that may happen on the...
This went on too long. I'm hungry. A little snack.
Can you get it out of there and eat it, please?
Yeah.
Basically, what this is saying is that they're not liable for anything that happens, like, digitally. Like
With
on the
another
system.
user.
With another, well, anything. Fraud, theft, misrepresentation, corrupted wallet files, server failure, or data loss. So you could basically lose all of your NFT data, and it's not their fault.
That was really sour.
I bet it was. You done?
This is another one that is bolded and in caps. Please read this section carefully because it requires you and Token Wave to arbitrate certain disputes and claims and limits the manner in which we can seek relief from each other. Arbitration precludes you and Token Wave from suing in a court or having a jury trial. You and Token Wave agree that arbitration will be solely on an individual basis and not as a class arbitration, class action, or any other kind of representative proceeding. So are they saying that you cannot do a class action lawsuit against Droppp? Token Wave and you are each waiving the right to a trial by jury. No class or representative actions or arbitrations are allowed under this arbitration agreement.
So I have an FAQ page up, and it talks about redemptions, redeeming, and it doesn't say anything about lost figures, anything. It doesn't even include that as a question. Basically, they tell you to email support@droppp.io. That's it. I also read this EULA Funko Digital Pop. It's a page that tells you like everything that you need to know. It's the Funko Digital collectible terms. It literally just talks about digital. So I don't know what the bottom line is with this. This is really crazy. You can read the terms and conditions for days. We just tried to read some of it. And I'll be honest, I do not know or understand this jargon enough to disseminate this information properly. By looking at the simplistic terms, Droppp is saying they have nothing to do with the physical pieces. Funko has something written up about digital pieces, and Droppp has something written up about digital pieces. But in no way have I found Funko talking about the physical pieces. So there's something really weird here. Something definitely has to change. We've talked about protection on these Funko Pops and the way that they're shipped, but this is something entirely different. This is you not getting the proper item to begin with. You're getting the wrong thing. Then they're telling you they can't give you the right thing for whatever the reason is. And
Which
then they're
not
offering
even
you,
giving you.
well, then they're offering you $30 credit. Everything that they're doing here seems absolutely wrong, and we cannot find language, at least within however long we've been sitting here trying to look it up. We can't quickly find information about this.
No.
Or a fix, or a we can do this, nanny nanny boo boo, stick your head in doo doo. None of that is here. I bet you all this is a revolving door, and they're getting you to kind of go back and forth, email, you're not going to get responses, terms and conditions are hard to read through.
I believe I just read where it says you cannot do a class action lawsuit.
This sucks big time, and there needs to be some change. This needs to be fixed, and we all need to stop buying these damn things. Because if we keep buying them, we're telling them it's okay to do it. So guess what? We're putting our big old foots down. And believe me when I tell you that Heather has the biggest goddamn feet I've ever seen in my whole life.
Okay, first of all, that's a lie. Second of all, please read this section carefully because it requires you and Token Wave to arbitrate certain disputes and claims and limits the manner in which we can seek relief from each other. Arbitration precludes you and Token Wave from suing in a court or having a jury trial. You and Token Wave agree that arbitration will be solely on an individual basis and not as a class arbitration, class action, or any other kind of representative proceeding.
But remember,
you're each waiving your right to a trial by
they
jury.
said, this is for the NFT part.
It doesn't say that.
Well, for the physical Funko Pops, they were saying go talk to Funko.
It's not specifically talking about that. It's basically
We
saying you
need to
can't
get a lawyer on this.
You can't go after token wave. Here, hold on.
Is there a lawyer out there? We need somebody to look this stuff over and give us some real hard facts. That's what I need. I need them very hard.
So I just asked ChatGPT. Now, keep in mind, this is a robot. This is not a lawyer. This section is saying that if there are disputes or claims between you and Token Wave, instead of going to court or having a jury trial, both parties agree to resolve the issues through arbitration. Importantly, this arbitration will only involve individual cases and not class actions or representative proceedings. Essentially, it limits the legal processes to individual arbitration rather than court cases involving multiple people, okay? What's the difference between arbitration and a court case? The key distinction is that arbitration is a private out-of-court process chosen by the parties, while a court case is a public legal proceeding with decisions made by a judge or jury within the judicial system. So you have to settle, like, I guess with like a mediator almost type deal.
How do we get to the bottom of this and make some change? And there has to be a way of doing it. They can't keep doing this to people.
The only way that I feel collectors can make a change is to stop buying. But
I think there's a lot of people out there who are going to try to...
There are,
they're
especially...
going to try to do some legal action here.
Well, apparently you can't unless you settle outside of court. I thought you were going to say there's going to be a lot of people who do stop buying, but I don't think so, because I feel like with every drop, if there's cool pieces, there's people buying. Yep. That's why I said I didn't think
I'm
that you
getting
were on
out.
board.
I gotta get out. I can't do this.
I'm done.
I can't watch fellow collectors not get the items that they're supposed to get and get offered $30 credits. This is garbage. It's absolute trash. How can anybody agree with this? This is terrible, and we want to know your thoughts and more in the comment section down below. Were you one of the people that had their Invisible Freddy lost, received a Reaper instead, and received an email saying you get $30 credit? That's horrible.
Who is going to take the $30 credit over the Reaper? Droppp is asking them to send the Reaper back, and then they get $30 to spend on their website.
Garbage.
So stupid.
In every video, we love to shout out to some of our patrons. In this video, we'd like to shout out to David Palama, Silver-Haired Wolf, Foolish Morgans, Kathy Roberts, Brad Landis, John DeLuca, Joe B, Roland Roach, and Bulldoggy Dog. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. It means the world to us. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also hit that little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast to find out all the ways that you can support just a bit more. And share this video with all of your friends. Let's get people talking about this. This is so ridiculous.